Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. It's time for the SmackDown spoilers for the SmackDown from Friday, February 29th, 2014. I could not find the city or location, however you want to put it. Either way, the dark match for this show was The Miz defeating Fandango. The show opens. They finally do the memorial thing for Big Daddy V, Nelson Frazier Jr. They announce a couple of matches. The Usos and Daniel Bryan versus the New Age Outlaws and Kane, which is going to be the main event. They also announce a rematch from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, the Divas title match. We're going to get a rematch of AJ versus Cameron. Oh goody, because I can't wait to see that match go down again. Batista comes out and gets booed heavily, of course. Says he will beat everyone. I'm guessing this is them trying to turn him heel, which they might as well do since the crowd hates his guts anyways. For some strange reason, Dolph Ziggler comes out and challenges Batista to a match. Batista laughs at him, but accepts the challenge. And then Ziggler dropkicks Batista. So, whatever. I like Ziggler, but this is dumb for him. Let's just send him into a match which he's obviously not going to win. Which, by the way, spoilers, you know. Anyways, after that, we get our first match. The Real Americans, Swagger and Cesaro, defeating Mark Henry and Big E when Cesaro hits the neutralizer on Mark Henry. And there was also lots of tension between the Real Americans. So, yeah, it's looking like they're going to be splitting sometime soon. We cut backstage to the office, where Alberto Del Rio is with SmackDown General Manager Vicky Guerrero. Del Rio wants the night off, but Vicky doesn't give it to him. Sheamus then comes in and challenges Del Rio to a match. And that's next. Sheamus defeats Del Rio by DQ when Christian comes in and hits Sheamus. After the match, Sheamus throws Christian out of the ring and then brogue kicked Del Rio, only to turn around and get kill switched by Christian. So I guess they're just really trying to push a feud between Christian and Sheamus for no fucking reason whatsoever. Cannot understand why they would want to do this. I guess it's because it's like, well, you two ain't doing anything. We just turned Christian heel. Fuck it, you're having a feud. There's no real reason to it. Oh, Christian eliminated Sheamus in the Elimination Chamber. This is like a Royal Rumble feud. Oh, you eliminated me from the Royal Rumble. We're gonna feud now. Fucking weak. You guys have to come up with better reasons for people to feud. This is weak. Fucking total weak sauce. Moving right along. We get another promo from Lana and Alexander Rusev, who gives a fuck. And then Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose argue with each other. That's all that was said about this segment. Whatever. Batista defeats Dolph Ziggler with the Batista Bomb. Like I said, whatever. The Wyatts come out for a promo, but the Shield interrupts, and then Triple H interrupts and announces a 6-man tag team match between the two factions for Raw this coming Monday. So we're getting a rematch from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And then we get the other rematch from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. AJ defeats Cameron. Well, good, because, AJ shouldn't be losing to filth like Cameron. Can we please get some better divas sometime soon, please? I'm not even counting Emma, because she hasn't really done shit. Speaking of, I'll have a special note on that in a minute. Let me finish up SmackDown first. After the Divas match, I guess they announced that Brock Lesnar will confront The Undertaker on Raw, again this coming Monday. You put me through a table with a chokeslam. Urgh. This is, again, just a flimsy excuse for a feud. This is like when Brock had his match with Big Show. Ooh, you stuffed my takedown and threw me across the ring. I'm gonna kill you. That's like all that there was between the match between Brock and Big Show. It was weak. And now, okay, so Brock and Undertaker at WrestleMania. This is maybe something I probably should have mentioned in the Raw video, but one of the things that Heyman was talking about was Brock wanted to make history. He wanted to make history by becoming the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and so instead he's going to get a chance to make history by taking on The Undertaker and possibly ending his undefeated streak. Like that's gonna happen. Still, this is fucking weak. But whatever, we finally get the main event. Daniel Bryan and the Usos defeat Kane and the Outlaws when Bryan hits the big running super knee on Kane for the win. And that's the end of SmackDown. Now, the special side notes on Emma. NXT Arrival was the pay-per-view that they had just earlier today. Since I still technically count this right now as Thursday. I'm recording this. It's actually technically Friday morning. About 1:30 right now. But whatever. It's still Thursday to me, damn it. Anyways. Yeah, they just got done with the pay-per-view a few hours ago. NXT Arrival. NXT Women's Championship match. Paige, the defending champion, beat Emma. Honestly, the way I would have booked it, I would have had Emma win, become the new champion, and keep her dumbass on NXT for a while, because she's clearly not ready for prime time in the WWE. She needs to work on a new gimmick, get rid of that stupid hand jive shit, something that the crowd will actually react to. And let's let Paige debut on the main roster, because she is more than ready. But again, I'm not the booker, because the booker is a fucking retard. Also from the NXT Arrival pay-per-view. The first ever ladder match in NXT history, the defending NXT champion Bo Dallas, who's a piece of shit by the way, the defending champion loses to Adrian Neville, who was formerly known as Pac from the indie scene. So Pac, or Adrian Neville, is your new NXT champion, which makes me kind of nervous because that might mean that they're going to try and bring Bo Dallas up to the main roster again. As you might remember, I I think it's been about a year or so, maybe even 2 years, they tried to bring Bo Dallas up. He was in the Royal Rumble one year, and he eliminated Wade Barrett. And there was a mini feud between the two of them over the Intercontinental title, which Wade was holding at the time. Yeah. But Bo disappeared shortly after that and went back to NXT. Him dropping the NXT title makes me think that they're either going to try and bring him up to the main roster again, which would be disastrous because everybody hates him. He is so lame, and his wrestling is so bad, he has no charisma. He's worse than his brother. His brother, by the way, is Bray Wyatt, if you didn't know. And as you know, I fucking hate Bray Wyatt. But yeah, Bo is even worse. But yeah. Damn it. Yeah, so Bo Dallas might be coming up to the main roster. And that's bad because he sucks donkey balls. So, don't be surprised if he debuts on the main roster soon. I'm really hoping I'm wrong about this. Really am. Because he really sucks. The only other possibility is they decided to take the title off of him because they finally recognized how shite he is and they're going to release him. But then again, they probably won't since they don't release people anymore. Although, no, they do still release NXT people. Because they fucking released Cassius Ohno. Yeah, there's a good idea, right? Let's release a good wrestler like Cassius Ohno and let's keep a piece of crap like Bo Dallas. Fucking morons. Swear. But yeah, they just may end up releasing Bo Dallas, and I hope they do because he really sucks. He's boring, he's bland. And he's fucking creepy as hell, which is funny because that's the shtick his brother tries to pull off and fails at. Bo is very creepy looking when he fucking smiles, which, considering his gimmick, is fairly often, because he's supposed to be this, I don't know if it's a happy-go-lucky sort of gimmick, but he fucking smiles way too much for a heel. Yeah, he's a heel who's happy-go-lucky. Or at least he comes off like that. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. Don't think there's really anything else to say. Another minor note from the NXT Arrival pay-per-view is the Ascension, the reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, defended their titles against Too Cool. Yeah. Scotty 2 Hotty and Grandmaster Sexay. Don't know why they would even do that. It's fucking dumb. But considering, whatever. Anyways, I think that will do it for this episode of the Wrestling Rant. Really, I don't know. Doesn't really look like that great of a show. We get a rematch from the Bad Divas title match at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I don't know, the main event looks like it might be worth a watch. I doubt it, though. Batista probably squashed Dolph Ziggler. I don't know if it was an even match or if it was just a squash. Notes didn't say. Sheamus beats Del Rio by DQ. Fucking whatever. And then the Real Americans beating Big E and Mark Henry. And then teasing more tension between the Real Americans. Just break them up already and have Cesaro turn face. And Swagger, I don't know what the fuck you would do with Swagger. You might as well release him at this point. I really doubt they're ever going to do anything major with him ever again. He had that failed run as world champion because they took away his fucking personality. And then after that, nothing. He got busted with weed, and they've been punishing him. This fucking Real Americans gimmick. And Zeb Coulter, can we get him the fuck out of there too? Jesus Christ. That giant mustache and his just horribly racist, not to mention just flat out wrong promos. Half the shit he says is 100% false. Ugh. Anyways. Yeah. So that's your SmackDown from February 29th, 2014. Once again, I could not find the location. Sorry about that. Not like it's really all that important. Anyways, that'll do it for this episode of the Wrestling Rant. Please join us on Monday when we go over Raw. We'll see you then.